You guys don't get a high today. And welcome to You're Gonna Regret It, Modern Children's Movie Review with your hosts, Fighting Leaf and Husky the Wolf. Please excuse Husky's behavior. We thought we'd seen the worst after we got through Chipwrecked. But we were wrong. So freaking wrong! Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves, because today we're covering the Smurfs. I am Fighting Leaf.
And Husky. I'm here too.
The leader-in-chief
Of this show and not much else.
put together by twists of fate so great it's all beyond belief. Don't you give me no grief. Got Lupin canine, his suits made just like Wonder who you can deceive. Movie kids movies with no beauty, not groovy, well bred with moody me. That's how it's gotta be.
Fighting Leaf and Husky, I'm Husky. Fighting Leaf and Husky, I'm Husky. Fighting Leaf and Husky, yeah, that's me.
Sure they like 'em now, but that ain't gonna last. And minimize the damage, we gotta work fast. This is what we gotta do to help the kids to get it. Now listen to my review, you're gonna regret it. It's Husky by my side and I keep on my chest. We real bad kids movies with help from the rest. I'm Fighting Leaf, the kid movie chief. Don't give me no grief, or you're gonna regret it.
There is a place that knows no sadness.
Oh, trust me, there's some serious sadness going on here. The movie begins with a narration which references the original description of the little blue monsters in their younger days. We eventually join some kind of bird race, and inbred Smurf and other Smurf here lead us to an invisible wall protecting the Smurf village. No! I can stop! I can stop! My ears! My ears! Ah!
In Smurf Village, each and every Smurf plays their own special part.
And this guy over here plays the part of weak link of the village. Meet Clumsy Smurf, voiced by Anton Yelchin. Yes, he will be important to the plot. Well, it's more accurate to say he has stuff to do in the plot and the writers want us to think he's important.
What do you get when you cross a Smurf with a cow? Blue cheese!
Ow.
Gotcha
Wow.
present.
This
Oh,
movie
no,
just
Yogi,
broke me
a
in
late
record time.
rehearsal.
3.5 minutes in and I already want to break my skull open with a wood splitter. Clumsy eventually gets to rehearsal, where he meets Gutsy Smurf, voiced by Alan Cumming, and Grouchy Smurf, voiced by you sad, sad man, George Lopez. Are there any depths to which you won't sink? And in comes Brainy Smurf, voiced by Fred Armisen, to explain that no one wants to dance with Clumsy.
Here of what are politely called fractures.
How could anybody think that? Whoops.
I've seen forced jokes before, but this...
That?
There are no words for it. I have a word for it! Wow. Not even a full 5 minutes in and we've already reached wit's end. What are we gonna do? We'll never make it at this rate! The only thing we can do, Husky. Time to step up our game a bit. Iron Darkness! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever Shining Leaf review. Let's do this! This is where we meet our villain for this movie, Gargamel, and he's doing a puppet show showcasing the deep psychological scar left by the Smurfs. Finally, a relatable character. Oh, and here's a CGI cat named Azrael. Gargamel is played by Hank Azaria, and if there can be any ray of sunshine in this dismal movie, it's the fact that he plays his part with unrivaled dedication,
puppets I have.
or at least more than this movie deserves.
I am not obsessed with Smurfs, thank you. I simply can't stop thinking about the miserable beasts every single minute of every single day.
See? His plot is to try to capture the Smurfs to take their essence and make his magic unstoppable. Essence? I always thought Gargamel was trying to, turn him into gold or something.
No way, dude. He was trying to eat him.
Oh, please, I don't want another earthquake. Shut it. In this movie, he's after essence of Smurf. Got it? Good. Take this in, folks. This is as good as it's gonna get. And here's Papa Smurf at last, voiced by Jonathan Winters. And he's, smurfing up some magic. And apparently Clumsy is destined to bring about the Smurf apocalypse. Yay! I can't wait! If only. Clumsy pops in at that moment, and of course, Papa Smurf doesn't have the heart to tell him about it.
Ah, Papa, you're Smurf out of Smurf fruit.
That right there. This is the #1 biggest problem I have with this movie. The Smurf talk. It's hard enough getting through a normal 22-minute episode with all that smurfing going on, but now they're offering us almost 2 hours of it. Papa Smurf tells Clumsy to stay in the village and out of Gargamel's territory. So off he goes out of the village and into Gargamel's territory. And oh, look what happened! Boy, who could have seen that coming, am I right? And Clumsy leads Gargamel right into the invisible wall protecting Smurf Village. I can see why he'd be most likely to doom his entire race. But Garga needs to make sure it's safe to pass through the portal, so he uses animal testing to make sure.
Azriel? Are you dead?
That's the trouble with movies like these. Even the good parts only make the whole movie experience worse. They make you expect the movie to get better with time, which never happens. And the final important Smurf cast member arrives. Smurfette, voiced by Katy Perry? Sure, why not? So Gargoman rains some much-needed doom on these clowns for a while, then Papa Smurf sets a trap, and, shouldn't that,
They're useless against me,
do something to him in some time? Maybe? There we go! I guess Papa Smurf took Gargamel's monologuing into consideration when he built that thing. And so, because it's his one character trait, Clumsy runs away from safety instead of towards it. Although, to be fair, it's not a very good sign to use when you have a village idiot. And it's up to the main Smurf cast to try and save him. Then he falls down a cliff and dies. Yep, review over! By the way, the Smurfs have all been preparing for the Blue Moon Festival, in which the moon turns blue and magical things happen. And now, the moon is blue, so something magical is going to happen. So the plot convenience portal activates by the light of the blue moon when the... Wait, it's daytime! What gives? How can the moon hit it when it's not out yet? I have a sinking suspicion they didn't try very hard when writing this movie. Just maybe. So Gargamel thinks he has the Smurfs where he wants them, but he doesn't, and now New York friggin' City happens.
Oh my Smurf.
Where the Smurf are we? Up the Smurfing.
Stop saying that! Ah!
Oh dear.
Azriel? Are you dead?
Okay, I feel better now. Now meet Patrick, played by Neil Patrick Harris. He deserves to be in better movies, but in this case that's not saying much. Patrick here works for a very fickle cosmetics tycoon named Odile, played by Sofia Vergara, or however you say that. Patrick needs to whip up a new digital campaign in 2 days for their new line of cosmetics, and I don't see any reason for him to stress out or misplace any priorities or learn a valuable life lesson from it as a result.
Let's stay Smurfdomistic.
You know what? I'd choose to be Pessa-Smurfstick.
Oh, wow. As if this movie weren't bad enough. This Smurf talk is wearing me down even in shining form. Don't tell me the Great Battle Wolf is starting to go soft on me. What? No way! Bring it! It's too easy sometimes. So, Azrael chases the gang around, and stupid Smurf gets separated and winds up in Patrick's stuff box. Gargamel chases them for a little bit, but soon comes down with a sudden case of slapstick. After a not-so-quick montage of New York and various licensed properties,
Blend in.
and really feeble attempts at humor, they reach Patrick's apartment.
Let's get Smurfing. Yeah, come on.
Every
window?
We then meet Patrick's wife, Grace, played by Jayma Mays, and she's all preggers and stuff. Husky, seriously? What, you want me to say she's with child instead? I prefer you not use stupid words when you don't have to. You can Smurf on me! It's happening again! So yes, she's pregnant with Patrick's kid. Next plot point. Well, it's not the worst part of this movie so far. Ah yes, I forgot to mention. Azrael swallowed a mouthful of Smurfette's hair, even though she doesn't look any different for the rest of the movie. We should be seeing that come out right about...
Magic.
Yes.
No, it can't be. It is. The tawny locks of Smurfette. Oh, sweet follicular ambrosia. Oh, silky strands of joy.
So now Gargamel only needs a laboratory to extract the essence from the one bit of Smurf hair that he has, and after one unsuccessful attempt, he turns his sight on a more promising prospect than the Belvedere Castle in Central Park. Well, isn't this plot convenient? So the Smurfs infiltrate Patrick and Grace's apartment, and then this happens.